Every day, millions of accounts get hacked. Email accounts, bank accounts, social media, even company databases. And most of the time, it all starts with just one thing: a password. But here's the strange part. Many people believe their password is secure. It has numbers, maybe a symbol, maybe even uppercase letters. So how do hackers still break in? How can someone sitting on the other side of the world guess your password and access your private data? To understand that, we need to look at how passwords actually get hacked. But before we dive in, if you enjoy simple explanations of photography and camera gear, subscribe. Because on this channel we break down complex tech and photography concepts and make them easy to understand. 2. The illusion of security. When you create a password, it feels secure. You type something like, "My dog 123, and you assume it's safe. After all, no one knows your dog's name, right? But hackers aren't sitting there guessing randomly. They don't try passwords one by one. Instead, they use automated systems, powerful computers, and huge databases of leaked passwords. Behind the scenes, password hacking is much more systematic than most people realize. 3. The core idea: guessing at scale. At its core, password hacking is about guessing, but not in the way you might imagine. Hackers don't guess manually. They use software that can test millions of passwords per second. These programs automatically try thousands, millions, even billions of password combinations, until something works. This process is called a brute force attack, and with modern computing power, it's surprisingly effective. 4. Dictionary attacks. But brute force isn't the only technique. Hackers also use something called a dictionary attack. Instead of trying every possible combination, they use a list of the most common passwords. Things like 123,456. Password: QWERTY, I love you. And surprisingly, millions of people still use passwords like these. Hackers also include variations like password 123, welcome 2024, admin 123. These lists can contain millions of real passwords collected from past data breaches. So when hackers try them, they often succeed within seconds. 5. Data breaches. One of the biggest reasons passwords get hacked is data breaches. Large companies sometimes get attacked, and hackers steal their user databases. These databases often contain emails, usernames, encrypted passwords. Over the years, billions of passwords have leaked online. Hackers collect these leaks and store them in massive password databases. Then they use them to break into other accounts, because many people reuse the same password everywhere. 6. Credential stuffing. This leads to another major attack method, something called credential stuffing. Here's how it works. Imagine a hacker gets a leaked database from one website. It contains email plus password combinations. The hacker then takes those same combinations and automatically tests them on other platforms: Netflix, Amazon, Facebook, online banking. If someone reused the same password, the hacker gets instant access. No guessing required. 7. Phishing attacks. Not all hacks involve breaking passwords. Sometimes hackers simply trick people into giving them away. This is called phishing. You might receive an email that looks like it came from your bank, or from a company like Google or Microsoft. The email says something like, "Your account needs verification." Then it asks you to log in. But the login page is fake. Once you enter your password, it goes directly to the hacker. And just like that, your account is compromised. 8. Keyloggers. Some hackers go even further. They install malware on a victim's device. One common type is called a keylogger. A keylogger secretly records everything you type: emails, messages, passwords. Then it sends that information back to the attacker. You might never notice anything unusual, but every keystroke is being monitored. 9. Password cracking. Even if a website stores passwords securely, hackers may still try to crack them. Most modern websites don't store passwords in plain text. Instead, they store something called a hash. A hash is a scrambled version of the password, created using mathematical algorithms. But hackers can still attempt to reverse it. They do this by generating billions of guesses, hashing them, and comparing the results. If the hashes match, they've found the password. 10. Why weak passwords fail. The biggest vulnerability is still weak passwords. Short passwords can be cracked quickly. Predictable patterns are easy to guess. and reused passwords multiply the damage. One compromised site can lead to multiple hacked accounts. That's why cybersecurity experts recommend long passwords, unique passwords, and password managers. 11. The real solution. Despite all these threats, protecting your accounts is actually possible. A few simple steps make a huge difference. Use long passwords. Avoid reusing passwords across websites. Enable two-factor authentication. And consider using a password manager. These tools generate and store complex passwords automatically, making them nearly impossible to guess. 12. So the next time you create a password, remember this. Hackers aren't guessing randomly. They're using powerful tools, massive password databases, and automated systems, all working together to break weak security. But with the right practices, you can stay one step ahead. 13. Cybersecurity is becoming more important every year, and the systems protecting our data are constantly evolving. If you enjoy this breakdown and want more explanations about the technology you use every day, make sure to subscribe, because understanding technology is the first step to protecting yourself online.